Oh, shit. All right. Well, hello and welcome. Welcome and hello. Today is Thursday, which means it is vlog day, and I haven't done a vlog in a little while. I think it's been like a week. Maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. Maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. But regardless, I am here today. This is obviously getting uploaded on Thursday, although I am shooting it before Thursday, so I can only assume that yes, the winner of the of the Gus has already been chosen. I've already picked a picture. Thank you everybody for posting your hashtag funnyfacegus pictures. It was ridiculous. Gave me entertainment on a daily basis. Every single night I would go through Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook searching through the hashtag funnyfacegus, and there was some ridiculous ones. There were some duplicates, like the picking my nose. Everybody, a lot of people did that. A lot of people did this. A lot of people did, and there were some good ones, some unique ones. But I haven't picked a winner yet right now because I'm shooting this on a Monday. I'm going to pick the winner Wednesday before this goes up. So between now when I'm recording and then now when it's uploaded on Facebook or it's uploaded on YouTube, there will be a winner chosen. Of course, they will be contacted, and I will post the picture via social media and probably on Instagram, so that goes to the Twitter and the Facebook. But thank you so much for joining me again, everybody, for another vlog. I know I got some emails and some people were missing the vlog, which is that just kind of makes me happy. I've noticed recently that the vlog gets more views than my double feature stuff, which is just fine because you know, that's just how I roll. Let me get my vlog notes out here. I've already got my brightness turned down all the way. Before we get going with any shout-outs, announcements, or anything like that, this is my buddy Brandon, who we call Meat, and that text message will make a lot more sense in 1 second. So a fella named Alex, who is just a wonderful man. He sent me a very, very specifically targeted gift package, and this is going to be geared more towards the craft beer and vapor clouds group, who is a wonderful, wonderful group. But he sent me a care package of beer with some very, very delicious and very rare beers. I can't believe I don't have this pulled up yet, but let's get there. Let's get over to the Beer Advocate so we can talk about the beer that we're going to be drinking tonight. When I unpackaged this beer from the box, it just it made my head explode with happiness. The craft beer enjoyer, connoisseur inside of me just screamed with joy. I let Alex know. He sent along this great note. Okay, look at this note. Make sure it's showing up on camera. I hope you enjoy the beer. I hope you enjoy the beer as much as I enjoy your videos. Alex T, hashtag I'm proof. Thank you, Alex. One of the beers included is the Founder's Breakfast Stout. And now if you're not a beer person, then you're going to go, okay, there's a kid eating oatmeal on the front, and it's just Founder's oatmeal or breakfast stout. This is a double chocolate coffee oatmeal stout. And I told my beer buddy at work, Brandon, who we call Meat, that I had a bottle of this, and without even thinking, he just offered me money for it. And I said, no, I'm going to drink it. He's like, well, you have to at least let me taste it. And I said, well, I'm probably going to drink it on video in a vlog so that I can have my first impressions, of this beer that Alex so graciously sent me on video, not just for me, but for Alex and maybe for the craft beer and Vapor Clouds group as well. And he was really bummed out that he wasn't going to get to taste any, and I said, well, maybe I'll invite you over and we can do a beer tasting of it. Maybe I don't have to have it on video. But then I decided, no, I do have to have it on video, and so I texted him, and I said, the breakfast stout is getting consumed tonight on camera. And he just texted me back and said, well, I guess we can't be friends anymore. I apologize to you, my good friend Meat, Brandon, whom we call Meat. I'm going to pour this beer right now, and I'm going to consume a little bit of it before we get any farther into this vlog. Founders Breakfast Stout. On Beer Advocate, it has a 100 and 100 rating, which means Beer Advocate rates it at a 100, world class. Out of 10,000 reviews, it has a 100% score. And the bros, which means the general public who use Beer Advocate, they've also rated it as a 100 world-class beer. This is one of the best beers, so I'm told, in the world. And I just want to give a shout out to Vapor S. Thompson, smarthoosier.com. He sent me this neat beer bottle opener that has a magnet in it, and you basically, the magnet sticks to your beer, and you can kind of do one of these one-handed like opens, just like that, and then the cap sticks to the beer opener. Thank you, VST, for that. Oh my. So let's see how it pours. Oh, it pours dark. I got a fresh, clean Samuel Smith cup here, pouring dark like an oatmeal stout should. Look at this pour. It is pouring dark. That is like a black hole. Just light cannot escape its surface. Beautiful, beautiful tan head, little tan head on there. Dark beer. Let's, Alex and Craft Beer and Vapor Clouds and my buddy Brandon, whom we call Meat, this is for you right here. I have no words. It's chocolatey. It's got a very slight coffee, like a ground coffee flavor to it. It's hearty. It's a little bit bready, like an oatmeal stout kind of should. Nice big body. Holy crap. Oh my gosh, Alex. That is beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Alex, for that. That is just a beautiful, beautiful beer. Founders Breakfast Stout. If you can acquire some, I highly recommend it. Ah, yes. Holy crap. I feel like I need a vape after that. A wonderful. So moving forward, the Vape Summit is happening this weekend in Las Vegas, Nevada. Everybody's going to be there. You know what I mean? Phil, Burp Life, Demetrius, Phil, Jonathan Vape Stars Thomas is going to be there. I will not be there, unfortunately. Las Vegas is still an 8-hour drive for me, and I have work. I have a job that I need to go to because they pay me to go to work. And I'm basically all out of vacation time. So, I'm terribly sorry. That 3 in a row is excessive. That's too much. So no, I will not be there. It will be a good meet, and I hope everybody just really has a ball there. I'm personally looking forward to VaperconWest. I'm going to have a video shortly, maybe next week. That's everything you need to know about VaperconWest. It's going to be here in Reno, Nevada, July 11th and 12th, being put on by yours truly, as well as my good buddy Brandon, different Brandon in Reno, Scruff from Vape TV. He's helping out. It's going to be at the Peppermill. It's a gorgeous resort, and we're going to have a Star Wars costume contest the second night, and I already have my costume all picked out. The last parts of it that I need are on their way to me right now. Yes, so no VapeSummit for me. Amber's family was just in town, and this is the first time they've ever been to the West Coast. So they came out from Virginia, and her family's just wonderful. I love her parents to death. Her mom is just so nice, and her dad is such a straight shooter, and they really enjoyed the West Coast, and we took them down to San Francisco. They toured Alcatraz. I took Amber to the Haight-Ashbury district for the first time. For those unfamiliar, San Francisco has a district that's just, it used to be mostly hippies, but now it just seems to be mostly hipsters. But we went there. We went to the Love to Death store from that reality show Oddities. We met the girl that runs it. Amber took a little selfie with her, and she was just super nice. We bought a shark in a jar, as well as something else. Anyway, we bought weird stuff for our curio cabinet that has weird stuff in it. Jam attack. Oh, she's so sad. Jam just had surgery, everybody. Thank you so much again for the well wishes and the kind words. She's doing much better. What else did we buy at Love to Death?
We got an alligator head.
Oh, we got an alligator head. That's right. We got a little alligator head, a tiny little alligator head. Yeah. And we got the shark.
And a blowfish.
Oh, and we got a taxidermied pufferfish.
And eyeballs.
Did we get eyeballs? We bought more eyeballs?
We got prosthetic eyeballs.
Oh, prosthetic eyeballs. That's right. I was going to say, how many eyeballs does one household need? Apparently, multiple ones. But I was saying, yeah, we went up to the Haight-Ashbury district. Jerry Garcia, Janis Joplin, they used to live there in San Francisco. And my Aunt Laura used to live off of Haight on a different street. I don't remember. But yeah, her parents loved the West Coast. Amber just disappeared, so I guess that was the world's shortest jam attack. She just had surgery, so she's still recovering, and she gets frustrated that she can't do everything she used to do, like, work and go outside and water the plants and do gardening and stuff like that. She's been restricted to the couch, and we've been watching a lot of reality TV, including Treehouse Masters, which is a surprisingly good show that her dad accidentally purchased for us on iTunes on our Apple TV, because he's not quite hip to the way that Apple TV works, and he just found this show and he's just like, I'm gonna watch it. And he ended up buying the show for us. So we've been the whole season we've been watching Treehouse Masters, and we live out here in the desert, and there's no place for a treehouse.
Dang on it.
So we can't build a treehouse, although we're jealous of the Treehouse Masters. No matter. Did you have anything else you wanted to add, honey? I said that your family came out and had a great time here on the West Coast.
Oh, yeah, we had a lot of fun. No, I'm going to try and take a shower.
Okay.
Will you just listen to make sure I don't fall down?
Yeah, let me text back Meat. So I texted Meat, and I told him I was drinking this breakfast stout. Mm-hmm. And he said, well, I guess we can't be friends anymore.
Why don't you just tell him to come over?
Because I'm in the middle of a vlog.
So?
I've already drank half of it.
You have to save him a sip.
I'm gonna ask Alex if he can get me some more, and I'm gonna buy some. I'm gonna buy Brandon a bottle of it. I'm gonna see. So you're gonna take a shower?
Yeah, I really want to shave my legs, but I can't bend.
Yeah, don't shave your legs. Don't worry about that. Just shower, and I'll listen and make sure you don't fall.
Will you shave them later?
You want me to shave your legs later?
Yeah.
Jam, I love you. And I've done a lot for you over the last week. I mean, a lot.
This is my first bath where you're not bathing me.
I'm not, I bathed her in the shower. I took care of her in the hospital. I got her food, water, beverages. I woke up every hour to walk her into the bathroom with her IVs. I don't think that I can shave your legs, honey. I just don't think it's going to happen.
Doug.
I did a lot. I mean, I did a lot for you, but this is kind of where I'm going to draw the line. We'll just wait until you're better, and then you can shave your legs. I don't care if your legs are hairy.
I do.
I know you do, but that's besides the point, honey.
Well, then you better really listen, because I'm going to try and shave them.
Don't try to shave your legs. Just shower and be safe. And please don't fall, because we have a glass shower door. Think about how dangerous that can be.
Tell everybody out there, don't ever have surgery. It's for the birds and they won't let you do shit.
Here's some words of wisdom from Amber. Don't ever have surgery. It's for the birds and they don't let you do shit. Yeah, you tell them. Give them hell, honey.
I am. I'm not doing it again.
Well, hopefully we don't have to. But yes, Amber's healing well, and she's gonna go shower, and I'll listen to make sure you don't fall. Okay?
Okay.
Sounds fantastic, honey.
You won't shave my legs, or are you just saying that for the vlog?
No, I don't. I can't shave your legs right now. I'm in the middle of a vlog, honey.
But later.
Maybe later I will try to do my best to shave your legs. I'm scared of cutting you. I can't even barely shave my face right. I've never shaved an entire leg. Or much less 2 entire legs. I don't even like to shave my face. That's why I have this scruffiness. And I'm not even looking at the camera. I'm looking at you.
Okay.
Love you, honey.
I love you too, I'm going to take a shower and then lay down and look for movies for us to watch.
Okay. There she goes, everybody.
Bob Logers.
A Green Johnson. Bob Logers. So moving forward, I do want to give a shout out, and I give shout outs to what seems like the same people every single time. Every single time I do a freaking vlog. But I do want to give a shout out to Matt, Vanessa from Suck My Mod. They did a great job on the VP Live show. Catch the replay if you can. I called in just to say hi, to talk to them, because I don't get to talk to them in real life. And we ended up getting roped into this whole conversation, but it was a good show. Kevin's a great host. Dino is a great co-host, or maybe Dino is really the host of the show. But Matt and Vanessa did a great job. Suck My Mod on YouTube. Check them out. They did a great job. Check out the replay. I do have one other shout out before we get to some vaping first impressions. Danielle from Facebook wrote to me, and this is long overdue. It's been about 2 weeks. She says, "Hi, I know this may be a long shot and probably imposing, to which I apologize, but you are one of the most awesome vapors that I know of." Thank you. Thank you, Danielle. I don't know. I'm not one of the most awesome vapors. The reason I wanted to message you is that there is another vapor who is also an awesome artist, but there is so much BS going on right now, and her store isn't selling anything. I'm politely asking if you would please consider giving her a small shout out or something in a video somewhere so that maybe she could get some business and doesn't wind up homeless. See, this is intense. I admit I haven't known her very long, but I am a very good judge of character. It just gets worse. Her husband just got laid off and she is unable to work, but she's a really awesome person. I figured vapors need to stick together. You're absolutely right. We do. Now, if you don't want to do a shout out or something, that's fine. I certainly understand. It's just that she might lose her home. If you don't want to do a shout out, that's fine, but she's probably going to lose her home. And I don't want that to happen to her. If you would at least please consider it, I would really appreciate it. Absolutely. So Danielle asked me to give a shout out to another vapor with name withheld. And she is an artist. And so I clicked the link that Danielle provided with me, and of course I'll have a link in the description. And she makes jewelry. And the name, this is why I'm doing the shout out, the name of it is Gypsy Jewels. My dog's name is Gypsy. And I saw it and I just said, I have to give you a shout out. So she sells jewelry. So if any of you vapors, any of you male vapors, any of you female vapors, I don't care. If you want to buy jewelry from another vapor to help them out with their station in life, it looks like she sells jewelry boxes, very well painted jewelry boxes, as well as jewelry. Click through her photos. I'll have a link to her Facebook in the description to this video. But honestly, if you want to help out, go check her out. I think that would be cool. And she's absolutely right. We do need to stick together. And if you're just not interested in jewelry, then you're not going to be interested in jewelry. And there's nothing I can do to convince you otherwise. So there you go, Danielle. Everyone, go check out Gypsy Jewels on Facebook. And now, I have a first impressions. So I'm not 100% sure if I should be talking about this. And I just realized that just now. This is the beta version of a mod, okay? Before, we'll backtrack just a second. There's a guy named Derek. He runs Vaping Frenzy. He sent me some mech mods that I've really been enjoying, and I posted some pictures on Facebook, and they come from EmitVapor. And for the longest time, I was calling him EmitVapor, but it is actually EmitVapor. And EmitVapor makes some top-notch mech mods. IMO, in my opinion. I have to sneeze. In my opinion, they make some top-notch mech mods. And so I've been using these mech mods, and I was talking to Derek from Vaping Frenzy, and I was saying, I really like these EmitVapor mech mods. I posted a picture on Facebook. I was planning on, these are in the review queue to be put up on YouTube at some point in the very near future. And then Andrew from EmitVapor contacted me, and he said, I didn't even know you had a shotgun mech mod. That's very cool. And I said, yeah, absolutely. I think, you guys do good work. It came through Vaping Frenzy, and, I'll have a video for it eventually, see you later, keep up the good work. And so he messages me back a number of days later and says that he has a prototype of a 26650 mech mod called the Ambassador. And I'm not going to say no to trying a beta 26650 mech mod from EmitVapor. And if anybody's used the EmitVapor mech mods, you know how quality they feel. Has a floating center pin so that no matter what I screw down on there, it always screws down and sits just flush on top of there, right? This has a Sony 50 amp 26650. As soon as I got this mod, I ordered a couple more of these batteries in here, but that's a Sony 26650. They say it has a 50 amp limit, but I might not push it that hard. But it all screws together so nice, and the bottom switch has this EmitVapor style button that I haven't seen before except from EmitVapor. So there's a spring on the inside, a very stiff spring to take up the battery slack, and then there is a magnetic switch on the bottom, a nice little non-crunchy, non-zippy button on the bottom that's magnetic, and it sits flush with the bottom. And if you want to, what you can do is adjust the throw of it. So if I sit here and I unscrew this, the button's gonna stick out the bottom just like that. So now you have a shorter throw. You just push it like that. Or you can go, I'm sure you can go a little farther. Now, look at that. Now the button's really sticking out. But what I like to do is I like to push the button so it's flush, tighten this down. Look at that. Flush button on the bottom. So, floating center pin. The threads are just wonderfully beautiful. It has a unique throw, and it has a unique locking in that you unscrew this a couple times and now you can set it down without worrying. But those magnets in there, they keep it nice and stiff, and you can just set it down anywhere you want without worrying of it firing. It's a 26650 mech mod from EmitVapor, and that's not going to hold a lot of water unless you know what the EmitVapor mods are capable of, the fit and finish of them, the adjustable throw, the spring, the floating center pin. When it all comes together in a mech that's not super ridiculous sized, but still a good size, I've been enjoying this. Obviously, this isn't the production version, but I was so excited about this. I felt like I wanted to talk about it. This is an iGo W5. It's been my go-to with that crest cap. He also makes these drip tips, and these drip tips have names. I believe I'm using the Reactor. It's from the Suppressor drip tip line. I believe I'm using the Reactor. He also has one called the Musket that's a little bit wacky shaped. Looks like a blunderbuss. Then he's got the mortar, which is a slightly different shape. And then he sent along these big EmitVapor stickers. Yeah, he's very nice. He's going to be at ECC. He's going to be at the VapeSummit this weekend, and I believe he will have one of these in his hand. So you have to track him down, Andrew from EmitVapor, and ask to see the Ambassador 26650. I apologize, Andrew, if I wasn't supposed to spill the beans on this. I saw you posted a picture on your Instagram, so I thought, oh, it's okay. It's fair game. Let's talk about this 26650. I don't usually say this, but it's hitting really well. Oh, it's just nice. The button's really easy to press, but it's stiff, and I like that you have to press it into the mod so that when you set it down, it won't fire at all. You have to physically press it in. It's great. It's kind of been my go-to recently. I've been using it a lot. That quality of a mech mod teamed with that nice Sony 26650 battery is just, to me, it's winning all around. So yeah, that is the first impressions my first impressions of the beta version of the Ambassador 26650 mod. So moving forward. We already talked about Alex's beer. I do have some bands to talk about, and here's where we're going to talk about bands. So a fella named Matt messaged me a long time ago, and he has a band, and they're called Akazia. Sounds like a name in the Bible. Akazia begot Hezekiah. Akazia, female-fronted rock band. To me, they kind of sound like Black Label Society with a girl singer. They're a little bit more poppy, I guess. But here, how do I rewind this song? I'm going to reload the page. And the beginning of this song, Hysteria, is very Black Label Society with the way that it kind of does this. You feel that Black Label Society feel there? And then it gets a little Paramore-y, I guess. They're a little bit more poppy and alternative-y than straight up rock. She's got a decently nice voice. It's not, if you want my honest critique of your band there, Matt, she does have a decently nice voice. It's a little weak. It's a little on the weak side. She needs to really project those vocals and feel and be a little bit more confident in her vocals. But otherwise, it sounds nice. And if you want to check it out, I'll put a link in the description to their Reverb Nation page. There is a fellow vapor who has written and recorded a song, and he's been bothering me forever to get this out there, but it's from Vaping Cush. It's Vapor and Proud, and it's like it's like this. It's like acoustic hip hoppy, I guess. Here, listen. Variable voltage, variable wattage, mechanical mod, telescoping buttery threads, cloned in Hong Kong. It's an insanely entertaining video. He talks about buttery threads, and they just jam a mod into a tub of butter. If nothing else, you should watch this video. It's incredibly entertaining. It's him playing the acoustic guitar and just kind of singing like this. Oh, Vaping Cush. Vapor and Proud. He's been bugging me. So there you go, Vaping Cush. It's out there. It's your song, and it it picks up a little bit. You know what it reminds me of is Flight of the Conchords. I'm not sure if that's what you were going for there, buddy. but it really reminds me of Flight of the Conchords. So moving forward, one last band to talk about before I get into some news and before we talk about some clones is a friend of mine. I'm not sure if you're familiar. I know Flitzon, who knows who he is, but a guy who goes by the name of Liam Lynch. He's been around forever. He directed, the Pick of Destiny movie. He's produced music videos for No Doubt and the Foo Fighters, and he's just an all-around cool guy. And I've been talking to him for years, literally years. Since 2010, I've known Liam, and he'll occasionally shoot me an email with bands and stuff like that. And he sent me this band, Baptists, and God, they blew me away. I told my buddy Mark about him. I posted him on his Facebook page. But this band, Baptists, I'm going to post a link to them in the description because they're hard to find if you don't have an immediate link to them. But this video is shot at a live show. I believe it's live, and it's shot from behind the drums. And this drummer is out of his gourd. He is so good. He just pummels the drums. I'm jealous of his beard and his long hair. But this band Baptist kills it. Holy crap, they kill it. Bitter Brown, pay attention. From Plumes of Hazard, Bitter Brown, pay attention to this band Baptists. Oh God, it's good. I can't get enough of them. This is 26 minutes, I believe. I believe this is their full set. I'm not quite sure, but holy crap, Baptists. I'm going to put a link to them in the description. Speaking of Plumes of Hazard, I was on their show tonight. Bunch of great guys, really funny, very entertaining, and had a great time. Had a great time with them over there on the Plumes of Hazard show. So moving forward, I guess this is going to be a review, but we're going to be talking about a bunch of clones. Variable voltage, variable wattage, something, yeah. Now, thanks a lot, Vaping Cush. That song is in my freaking head now. Stuck in my head. Very catchy song. So clones. Clones. Everybody's got clones. Everybody's using clones. Everybody's either for clones or against clones. I have some clones that I'm going to talk about right now. And some of them surprised me. Some of them did not. But some of them are atomizers. Some of them are mods. So here's where we're going to start. I have a KayFun clone. Right there. Can you tell? Looks like a KayFun. Feels like a KayFun. Vapes very much like a KayFun. I believe this is a 1.5 ohm build. I have it at 15 watts. That's 4.8 volts of electricity. The flavor is that of a KayFun. The vapor production is that of a KayFun. The draw is that of a KayFun. The build quality, not quite that of a KayFun. I had some real big problems with this. This came from Angel Cigs, okay? And there's been a couple videos already from Angel Cigs. Let me try to pull up their site. Angel Cigs. AngelCigs.com. It's like a USA fast tech. All their stuff, all their clones, and all they carry is clones. All ship from a USA warehouse. So they have a KayFun Lite clone, $20. So for me, this didn't work right out of the box. What I had to do was replace the screws on the inside that hold the wire down with actual KayFun screws, because The screws that they have in this clone are just the wrong shape. They are rounded on the bottom, so when you pull the wire and you screw it down, it just pushes it out. And I believe I've said that before, and everyone recommended wrapping it around the screw. So I wrapped it around the screw, and it was kind of a pain in the ass, but I did get a build on here. And I'm like, wait, I have spare KayFun screws. I wonder if they will work in there. They did work in there, and that's what I'm using right now. If I didn't have those spare KayFun screws, I probably wouldn't even... honestly, probably wouldn't even bother with this, having used a real KayFun. With that said, and those KayFun screws in there, it's working really nice, and I apologize, Flo. I apologize to Svoy Mesto. I am really, really enjoying this clone now. It feels like a KayFun. It's 20 bucks. The screws on the inside suck bad. But with, thankfully, I got some real KayFun screws. They worked much better, and it feels and kind of performs and tastes like a real KayFun Lite. The draw might be just a touch stiffer. So another device that I got from this company, Angel Cigs, is a Panzer Clone. Look at that. I got a black Panzer Clone. Let's see how much this costs on the Angel Cigs site. 30 bucks. $30.99 will get you a Panzer Clone. I don't have an original Panzer to compare this to. How was your shower?
I shaved my legs.
You shaved your legs? Good job. Really good.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you, honey. She shaved her legs. I mean, you don't understand. That's a big accomplishment for Jam. Really good.
Thank you.
Really good, honey. I'm proud of you.
Awesome.
You're good. You smell fantastic.
Can you smell it?
I can smell the freshness of the shower from here. It's fantastic. Really good job, honey.
We'll get us a movie going.
Get us a movie going. I'm getting close to being done here.
You don't need a beer?
No, I'm still working on this delicious breakfast stout.
I'm gonna go lay down with my heat pad.
Okay.
I love you.
Love you, honey. I don't have a real Panzer to compare this to, and I would like to have a real Panzer to compare this to because this has not impressed me even a little. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I had to use needle nose pliers to get this atomizer to go down onto this thing, and it doesn't fire most of the time. It's all snugged up. It simply does not fire. And because I don't have a freaking battery on the inside. That's not why it wasn't firing. It wasn't firing before that either. It's all snugged up. Still not firing. And there is a battery on the inside. It's supposed to have a floating center pin. I can't get this damn Panzer Clone to even friggin' fire. And I don't know if this is a problem with the... Nope, that's too loose now. Has that wonky adjustable style pin in the top. Can't get it to fire for the life of me. Okay, it's all snugged up. Wow, that shocked me. I mean, not shocked me physically, but shocked me that it fired. I don't know what's going on. It's somehow firing now. When it fires, it works fantastic. It hits nice. It feels nice. It feels like a nice mod. I'm assuming that the real one fit and finish is going to be a little bit better, but again, I don't have one to compare it to. Additionally, on top of this, I have a Storm rebuildable atomizer, which I believe is a clone of the Origen rebuildable atomizer. It's got deep juice wells. It's got two vertical coils on there, and It's been fantastic, and I think I like the Storm more than the Origen. I'm going to do a Storm versus Origen video later, but right now, as of today, as of May, it's not even May anymore, it's June. As of June 12th, I think I like the Clone, the Storm RDA a little bit more than I like the Origen. I have an Origen here, sitting on the Duke, and I have a Storm right here. With the exception of the black, they look very similar. They have very similar stylings. The Storm has 3 airflow holes, and the Origen has 1 on each side, and the draw is much, much stiffer on the Origen. It's nice, don't get me wrong, it's nice, but the Storm has a little bit better of an airflow. When this fires... Oh, no, button's hot. Something is shorting out in this mod, and I don't trust it. I simply don't trust it because the Storm has never shorted out on anything ever. And like I said, I had to use freaking pliers, needle nose pliers, to get this damn rebuildable atomizer off of this device and on to this device. I'm using these big ass pliers. There we go. Now it's coming off. So I'm going to shelf this Panzer for right now. Come back to it later. If anybody has any tips on the Panzer Clone and how to get it to fire and work properly, it's got nice threads. It's got a nice button. It's got a nice everything. It's got a nice feel. I just can't get it to fire, and that floating center pin is really pissing me off. I don't want to fiddle with this right now, but that's the Panzer Clone. So I have 2 left. Bear with me. I have one. I bought a clone off of Fast Tech. This is the first clone that I've ever purchased off of Fast Tech, and I didn't know what it was. I just saw it and I thought, wow, that looks cool. I've never seen that before. It's a dripper hybrid, which means the atomizer is just in on the top. I have just a little single coil going in there right now. The performance isn't off the charts, but I'm using RJ Vape's RYM in 3 milligram. Shockingly good juice. Performance isn't off the charts. The flavor is nice. The problem that I run into with this, and someone told me that this is a clone of the Spyrax from Tactical Works. They also make that Dreadnought, the Dreadnought mod. They make this as well, and I would like to try the original of this, but it looks like the original suffers from the same problem that the clone does, in that there is a dual coil posts in here, but only 1 airflow slot. And I don't know if you're supposed to put the airflow slot against the coils, or if you can put the airflow slot facing down from the coils so that 1 airflow goes over both coils. You know what I mean? As it stands, I had to raise that coil way up so that it's near this airflow slot, and I finally got it working highly decently. Not bad, right? Not bad, not terrible. I bought this from Fast Tech. I think it was $30. It took exactly 4 weeks from Fast Tech from my order to when this arrived, which is kind of a long time. I mean, come on. That is kind of a long time, Fast Tech. There's a reason why people call Fast Tech slow tech. But I'm interested to fiddle with this some more. I'm not sure I'll do a full review, but maybe I'll follow up later in a vlog. But this is a clone of the Spyrax that I bought, and I didn't know that it was a clone when I bought it. I just thought it looked neat, and I wanted to buy it. I wanted to use it. And so, lastly but not leastly, from Angel Cigs, once again, I have a clone of the AR mod. And I know that the AR mod people get very, very upset when you talk about clones of their devices, but rest assured that the clone of the AR mod is inferior in every possible way. Now, I'm not saying anything bad about Angel Cigs. They're just selling the clones. And if you want a $37 clone of the AR mod, certainly you can go to Angel Cigs and pick one up. It has the same large threads that the original, or the official, AR mod has. It's got these huge, vent holes in it. It's a smaller mod all around. The button isn't as nice. The top isn't as nice. And so far, like the Panzer, I have not been able to get an atomizer seated on this. What happens is I screw an atomizer down and it stops right about there. So there's this huge gap in the top and it kind of wiggles back and forth there. Now my airflow's all fucked up. So if I put a battery in here and screw this down, it doesn't fire. Oh, there it goes. Felt something get hot. I don't trust these clones, man. I just don't trust them. Is that wrong of me to not trust these clones? It's so bizarre that I can't get that screwed down on there. I feel like something that's not hot. The button's not hot. I feel like there's something... That's the way I test heat, is I press it against my face. I don't know why I do that. But if you take the actual AR mod, you can adjust the center pin in it. So I put this on the AR mod. Look at that. Sits down there, nice and flush. Then you screw this in till it's finger tight. Oh, okay, that's touching the atomizer. Put my battery in. Put my cap on. Fucking hell. So I've been having this this is going to be way too long. I've been having this problem with the AR mod firing automatically on me because I accidentally, it's my fault, I accidentally pulled off a rubber grommet on the bottom. Now it's safe, now it's firing. So, on the switch of the AR mod, I promise this is going to be the last part. There's supposed to be a rubber grommet here, and I didn't realize it was glued in, and so I pulled it out, and part of it stuck here. So I need to try to find a way to get this little rubber piece out of the bottom, and then I can put a new rubber grommet in there and use it more freely. But as it stands, I have a problem with it auto-firing if I crank everything down too far. But just the build quality alone, batteries aside, between these two mods, it's like night and day. The AR mod is bigger, it's heftier, it's got a nicer button, it's got a springier button, it's got an easier adjustable top. This is small, it feels flimsy, it's tinier, it's got a weird button, it's got a weird top cap that doesn't adjust at all. It's supposed to be floating, but it's not floating. The AR mod down the side of it says AR 1555. This just says Army 111. So the size difference alone, the feel, the quality of it is not quite up to par. But if you want to try a $37 clone of the AR mod, or you even want something that looks like the AR mod, you can go to Angel Cigs and it'll be shipped from the States to your door. So basically, what I've discovered using all these clones and using somewhat most of the originals, the Origen and the KayFun and the AR mod, I can only assume that the originals that I haven't used, like the Panzer, is going to be better than the clone. The real KayFun is nicer, better build quality, better screws than the clone of the KayFun. The AR, it's night and day. It's not even a contest. The AR clone is not nearly as nice as the actual AR mod. This feels heftier. It's nicer button. This is a tiny little flimsy thing, and I'm rambling. So, in closing, clones, use them if you want to use them. Afford what you can afford and buy what you can buy. Vape whatever you want to vape. But just know that if you have a clone, that the original is probably going to be a whole lot better. That's just my 2 cents. I don't want this vlog to go long, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I did have one email that I wanted to answer from Colin. I'm going to wrap this up. Everything else that I didn't touch on, ACSH and using the word quit, and then non-clone haters, that's going to have to wait until next week. But what I have now is one last email. Viewer mail. Colin sent this email to me and Phil. Phil may or may not have answered it. I know he's in Miami and now he's coming to Vegas. First off, I hope Amber's doing better. Thank you so much, Colin. I've noticed in the years that I've been vaping, every time I put a new wick in, whether I redo the coils or not, there is this weird taste. I can't describe what it tastes like, only that it is always tasted. I've always tasted it with a new wick, whether it's Maximum cotton balls or silica that I've burned under a blue flame, and it's not very tasty. Have you either of you experienced this as well? And if so, do you know any ways to get rid of it? I have never experienced a weird taste in new builds. In fact, new builds always taste the absolute best to me. I've never got anything weird with cotton, never got anything weird with silica, Colin. It could be canthal. You could be tasting canthal wire. Torch your canthal before you wrap your coils with it, and that flavor might go away. You might try a different wicking material. There's hemp wicking materials, which I do have some samples of that I'm going to be talking about a little bit later on. There is Japanese cotton, which I've talked about in the past and we'll be touching on again in the future. There is stainless steel mesh if you want to go down that road. You're not limited to just silica or cotton. And again, it could actually be the canthal wire that you're tasting. So burn that canthal, get it nice and glowing hot and let it cool down before you wrap your coils. That might make the taste go away. I don't know what else because I've never experienced that. But thank you, Colin, for writing in. I'm going to cut this up short. I have one last thing to talk about. There is a Spanish website called elmondovapor.com, and they're having their own sort of awards, the Golden Monkey Awards, and they have all these categories: best international store, best European store, best American store, best Hispanic store, and I was nominated, and I'm very proud to be nominated for best blog. My little website, grimgreen.com, has been nominated for best blog, which I think is fantastic. I'll put a link in the description if you want to go over there and vote. If not, I'm really honored to be part of it. Someone brought it to my attention and said, do you know that you've been voted, one of the best blogs according to elmondovapor.com? And I was like, wow, I've never heard of elmondovapor.com, but apparently there's a large vaping Hispanic community, which is fantastic. And again, I'm just honored to be a part of it. Feel free. Our good friend Phil was nominated for best reviewer, as well as Todd and as well as Scott. All very deserving people. And go vote your hopes over there. I think you have to pick one of every category, which kind of seems weird. You can't just go over there and vote for me and Phil or me and Todd. Hey guys, Todd here. But yeah, so that's a thing. That's a thing that exists. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this vlog didn't run too long. Feels good to be back in the vlog chair. I'm gonna finish off this breakfast stout. Thank you so much, Alex. And as always, which mod? I saw it first. Have to go with the Duke. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's keep on vaping.